Biblical ordinances. The Lord's Supper. The Lord's Supper, also known as communion, is an ordinance instituted by Jesus Christ. According to the Bible, Jesus established the Lord's Supper during the Passover meal with his disciples. Luke chapter 22 verse 7 to 20 and 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 23 to 26. Biblical description. Breaking bread. Jesus took bread, gave thanks, and broke it, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." Luke chapter 22 verse 19. Sharing the cup. Jesus took the cup, gave thanks, and said, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is shed for you." Luke chapter 22 verse 20. Spiritual significance. Remembrance. The Lord's Supper is a symbolic remembrance of Jesus, his death, sacrifice, and resurrection. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 24 to 25. Covenant. It represents the new covenant between God and humanity, sealed with Jesus' blood. Luke chapter 22 verse 20. Fellowship. The Lord's Supper fosters unity and fellowship among believers as they participate together in this sacred ordinance. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 16 to 17. The Lord's Supper holds deep spiritual significance, serving as a powerful reminder of Jesus' love, sacrifice, and redemption. It invites believers to reflect on their faith, renew their commitment to Christ, and experience the presence of Jesus in their lives. How frequent should we take Holy Communion? The frequency of taking Holy Communion varies among Christian denominations and individual preferences. Some common practices include the following. Weekly communion. Many churches celebrate the Lord's Supper on a weekly basis, often during Sunday worship service. Monthly communion. Some churches observe communion on a monthly basis, providing regular opportunities for reflection and remembrance. Special occasions. Some churches reserve communion for special occasions such as Easter or Christmas. Biblical guidance. The Bible encourages believers to observe the Lord's Supper as often as you drink it. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 22 to 26. But it doesn't specify a particular frequency. Considerations. Personal reflection. Consider your personal spiritual needs and how often you feel drawn to participate in communion. Church tradition. Respect the traditions and practices of your local church community. Meaningful participation. Prioritize meaningful participation over frequency, ensuring that your observance of communion is a genuine expression of faith and worship. Eligibility for Holy Communion. The eligibility to participate in Holy Communion varies among Christian denominations. Some practices include open communion. Some churches welcome all baptized believers who have a personal faith in Jesus Christ. Closed communion. Some churches reserve communion for members of their own denomination or those who have been properly catechized and confirmed. Condition of the heart. When taking Holy Communion, it is essential to approach it with the following: self-reflection. Examine your heart and actions, acknowledging any sin or wrongdoing. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 28 to 31. Repentance. Come with a repentant heart, seeking forgiveness and renewal. Faith. Participate with faith in Jesus Christ, remembering his sacrifice and redemption. Humility. Approach the table with humility, recognizing your dependence on God's grace. Biblical guidance. The Bible encourages believers to examine themselves. A person ought to examine themselves before they eat of the bread and drink from the cup. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 28. Do so in a worthy manner. Whoever eats the bread or drinks the cup of the Lord in an unworthy manner will be guilty of sinning against the body and the blood of the Lord. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 27. Importance. Approaching Holy Communion with a prepared heart allows believers to deepen their relationship with God through reflection, repentance, and faith. Also, experience spiritual nourishment by partaking in the symbolic body and blood of Christ. Also, renew their commitment to follow Jesus and live according to his teachings. This is Her Grace, Prophetess, Professor Smanya Abigail Carroll, PhD at Visions of Glory International. Shalom.